of trash.
Hello, Goyfs. Sammy the Bull here with you. Before we get into this great red, white, and blue happy 4th of July game that we got going on, I wanted to kind of go over a couple of things you'll be seeing on my battlefield today. So, first up, we got here this is a USS Constitution Chiefs coin, and all of these are called challenge coins, right? Chiefs are really into making these for each of their Chiefs mess associations with each of these commands and stuff like that, because what they can do with them is they can try to sell them for money and stuff like that to raise money for the association, so they can do great things and give back to the sailors at their commands and do great things for their own chiefs and stuff whenever they have new chiefs come into the Chiefs mess. It's used to help them put on functions and stuff like that for everyone. But a couple of these are pretty cool, and I wanted to point some of them out. Myself, if nobody knew, I am actually a retired Navy chief, and I spent 22 years in the Navy. I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of these things and what 4th of July kind of means to me and what I think about during 4th of July. So the USS Constitution, one of the oldest commissioned ships in the Navy, the oldest commissioned ship in the Navy, I should say. Old Ironsides, as she's known. And we call them she because ships are traditionally called she, the Navy. So that's why we say that. That's their pronouns. There you go. But it's called the USS Constitution, right? And that is what sailors, airmen, Marines, soldiers fight for in the military, is to uphold the values and principles and those things set forth in the Constitution to establish the United States of America. So really it's about loyalty to this right here, the Constitution. So I just want to make sure everybody, I know that there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. It was just kind of why I wanted to say this, and why I think it is important to point out that there is a group of men and women that are out here defending this Constitution with everything they have, right? They give everything they can to ensure that they're doing the best that they can to make sure that America stays strong and the strongest, fighting force in the world. And they deserve that respect, because they are out there doing very difficult jobs, right? That's mentally and physically taxing to be in the military. It doesn't matter what branch of service you are in. It is always strenuous because you always have to be on your P's and Q's. You always have to cross the T's, dot the I's. It's very exacting of a person, and it takes a lot. So those folks deserve all of our respect, no matter what they're called to do. They're out there to do the job that they are required to do. So don't disrespect them. Don't ever talk down to them. I know a lot of people are mistrusting or unsure of why this or that with the military, but let me tell you, because I know them, right? I know those active duty folks. I know the retired folks that are doing those things for the military, and they're there to uphold those core values of honor, courage, and commitment. They're doing it the best way possible. So just remember that, know that, and respect them for that. Okay? So anyway, but yeah, their loyalty lies here in the Constitution, and they know that. So just be aware of that as well. So there you go. That's the old USS Constitution. Here's another special coin right here. This is from my current public affairs officer, Hannah Ryder. She's doing all of my Instagram stuff, so you'll see some cool things coming out from her. She's doing some awesome little inserts, and promotions on my Instagram to get this channel up and running. So I really appreciate her. She's a retired Master Chief, E9. So there you go. I got a retired E9 helping me out. How about that? Just like the Chiefs mess, because that's what we're all about, building the community, keep that community strong through everybody contributing, right? So, yeah, she did a lot of great things that I can't really talk about on this channel. But in the information warfare space, she was doing some stuff that, is not allowed to be talked about. Anyway, this is a really special coin. I mean, it looks like a book. It is a book. It's a metal book, but it's called the Blue Jackets Manual. Blue Jackets Manual is the Bible of the Navy sailor. Essentially, every Navy sailor, whenever they come into the Navy at recruit training, right? What they used to call boot camp. They don't call it boot camp anymore for some reason or another. I'm old, but I don't understand why they don't call it boot camp. But anyway, at recruit training, when they come in, they get this Blue Jackets Manual. And they get the newest edition of that Blue Jackets Manual. It's updated constantly. It includes all the newest regulations for haircuts and how to fold your underwear and stuff like that. And as I said, it's a lot. So they, of course, had to make a manual for how to transition basically from being a civilian who doesn't understand that you have to like fold your underwear a certain way in order to like save enough room to put it into this tiny little space that you're going to have eventually on a Navy ship. So, I mean, they do a lot of things for everything within this book is done for a reason, right? So, and sailors come to realize that over their years, right? And so inside this, we have the Navy's motto, victory at sea, right? Navy was established in 1775, Constitution 1776, independence from Britain's rule as a kingdom, right? So 1775, the Navy was established and did some cool stuff back in the day. It's a lot of history stuff we won't go into. One of the things that you learn as a new sailor is called Anchors Aweigh. It's the Navy's song, essentially. And a lot of people know the one line where it starts with anchors aweigh. Well, that's actually the second verse. The first verse is stand Navy out to sea, fight our battle cry. Right? That's how it starts off. I'm not going to sing you the whole song. You just have to learn it yourself, especially all you new chiefs. Yeah, so you learn that when you first come into the Navy. Usually you just learn that second verse there, then you just kind of forget the rest of the song until you either like go into the honor guard or you become a chief yourself. And once you become a chief and you go through that initial training, you have to learn this Anchors Aweigh, or bad times are to come afterward. And then, of course, on the back here, very special, is the Sailor's Creed, right? I am a United States Sailor. So that's the first thing you have to understand, when you first come in. I am a United States Sailor. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. So that is their first action, is to defend the Constitution of the United States and obey the orders of those appointed over me. So their first loyalty is to being a sailor in the Navy and taking care of those things that the sailor is required to take care of. And then they are required to defend that Constitution. They don't defend the man or the loyal to a person. They're loyal to the Constitution, right? They defend it. So just keep that in mind. We want to make sure that everybody understands where these guys are coming from and women are coming from. Obey the orders of those appointed over me. I represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before me to defend freedom and democracy around the world. I proudly serve my country's Navy combat team with honor, courage, and commitment. Honor, courage, and commitment is actually the core values of the Navy, right? And we uphold those to the best of our ability. I know that sometimes you hear on the news that some Marine or some sailor or somebody in the armed forces does something bad, but those individuals are held accountable for their actions and stuff like that. But the underlying truth is that we try to uphold those core values of honor, courage, commitment. All right, I'm committed to excellence and the fair treatment of all. So there it is, right there. Almost extracted from the Constitution itself is the fair treatment. All men and women are created equal. All people created equal. Here's another special coin. This challenge coin here comes from the old desert chiefs out in Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti, Africa, right in the Horn of Africa. If you can see that there, the Horn is that little tiny horn that's coming off on the east coast of Africa. Look it up on a map, you'll find it. just north of Somaliland and south of Eritrea and east of Ethiopia, you'll find a tiny little country where my wife comes from called Djibouti. And it starts with a D, but the D's silent. It's Djibouti. And it's fun to say also, Djibouti. People say it like that too. Kind of, you get booty, all kinds of sayings and stuff. Memes for days. But anyway, I spent a year out there living in a tent, and my wife was working at the little coffee shop there called the Green Bean Cafe, and I met her there after much insistence from a buddy of mine. He said, "Hey, you need to go meet this girl," and I was like, "This is Africa." He said, "Get in there." So I did. Come to find out, I had to learn French. Et maintenant, je parle français. So, ça c'est bien. And we've been married for 17 years now with 3 little girls. So, fun times. Right? And so, as I retired, I wanted to get a coin from the Chiefs mess that's out there in the Horn of Africa, defending that Red Sea area, keeping things civil over there. All right, here's another special coin. This is actually from the last command that I was at, Information Warfare Training Command San Diego, where I taught information warfare stuff as a chief out there. And, at the time, The Mandalorian was super popular, and they had us, The Mandalorian has This Is the Way. And we as the chiefs, we're like, oh, light bulb. Because the chiefs, as we're teaching our way, we were like, this is the way. So we kind of adopted that as chiefs. So this is the way for us meant that the way of the chief, essentially. And the way of the chief is, it's life-changing. And for those of you going through it, or who are about to go through it, or may go through it later on, if you're watching this, just know that it's something that you'll never ever forget. And that's something that's kind of why I'm doing this here today, is because one of the things that we learn in the Cheese Mess is to never forget. And I've never forgotten after I finally figured it all out, as a couple of people can attest to. But once I figured it out, I never forgot. And I wanted to kind of do something here as the channel's growing and things are kind of starting to look up, for doing this magic YouTube channel, that we never forget where we came from and the adversity we had to go through to get there, right? And then these folks at this command, one of which was this Hannah Ryder lady, really good people that I met there that helped kind of build this channel that we have here, right? They are the bad Goyfs, essentially. They're the ones that are part of that group. They're active duty and retired folks that are helping me do these gameplay channels or gameplay videos and all that kind of stuff. So there you go, right? All chiefs, or most of them are chiefs. All right, another special one here. So now, I'm retired now, but this is also reminding me of the Marines as well, because this is an LPD. Basically a personnel and equipment mover. It's a ship, right, in the Navy called USS Portland. And we went on their chief's mess, or went onto the ship, and I went to their chief's mess, got a coin and all that from them, helped out the association. But it says first responder, and that's basically what they are. They carry Marines to places that they need to be at, because the Marines are always first to go and the last to know, right? And had a lot of good Marines that I met over the years. Gunny Petey, he was one of the first Marines that I actually got to put through Chiefs initiation. So, old Petey, if you're out there listening, buddy, that one's for you right there. The old Marine carrier, or your taxi driver. The USS Portland, so pretty cool there. Right? And this one right here, super special. This is actually the crew Milwaukee. It was Crew 104 Juggernauts before that, and then we got integrated into another crew. So all integrated together, we became Crew Milwaukee, and that is where I became a chief. Right, I was initiated there, and we were still in San Diego at the time, so went out on the beach out there, on Coronado, and did a lot of fun stuff out there, learning how to be a chief and all. And you go through that, and your life changes, honestly. But yeah, Crew Milwaukee, obviously named after the great city of Milwaukee. We had a lot of fun times doing all that. We actually went, and commissioned the ship up and we were in the Great Lakes, and we sailed down to Milwaukee because Milwaukee is actually on Lake Michigan. So we were actually able to pull the ship into Milwaukee and do the commissioning there. It was freezing cold, and there was like 1.5 feet of snow. So that was really fun. Not. Anybody that remembers that knows how freaking cold it was. Old Susan Bradley, she was up there. Old Susie Q. She was up... up on the midships where our flag and everything was at, and she had to stay up there in the shivering, freezing cold with the wind blasting all over her, waiting to raise those flags up for the commissioning and all that. So we have a big ceremony. Yeah, took a little longer than we wanted it to because it was so freaking cold out there. We were wearing 3 pairs of socks and every coat we could have underneath our pea coats. All right, pea coats, that big navy looking coat that every sailor gets. But yeah, this is where I made chief. I was a first class there, which is an E6, and then became an E7 out there. Great people, amazing memories, things I'll just never forget. A lot of trying times out there, but that's where kind of the born of trash comes from, right? The trash part is the adversity. You can just swap those 2 words out, trash, adversity, things you got to go through in life that make you who you are today, make you the person that you are, the confident person that you are, that you're able to accomplish things, well outside of what people normally accomplish or whatever. But when you go through that kind of adversity and you come out on the other side stronger, that it changes you. So good stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you a little bit before we get into the game here. I know it was a little bit long, but hopefully you enjoyed that little trip down memory lane that I think about on the 4th of July. Those are all the things I appreciate and remember and reminisce about. And so the reason that I wanted to do this whole episode and do the 4th of July episode was because a buddy of mine, actually, he was on one of the chiefs that put me through initiation and made me into a chief. Old Tommy Thompson, you know who you are, buddy. I know you don't watch these nerd episodes for Magic, but whatever. I'm gonna toss your name out there anyway, boy. So, he said a little thing on his social media. He said, hey, I know we do a lot of stuff for, honoring a lot of other nationalities and cultures and stuff like that throughout the year, but this is 4th of July, so do something American. And I was like, okay, we're going to do something American. So he gave me the idea for this, so I appreciate that, bro. I got you. We're doing some American right, y'all. Anyway, so there you go. Good trip down old memory lane. I appreciate you guys being with us. Hopefully you enjoy the episode. It's a fun face smashing with some Captain America happening. So we'll see you in there. Let's get it on. Fighting! All right. Hey, Goyfs. This is Sammy the Bull here with you. We're back with another episode. This is our 4th of July episode. Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday, Constitution. All of that stuff. We got 4 great guests today, one of who is a returning Goyf. That's Rhyno down there. I'll let him introduce himself in a second there. I got a new guest here, Pat. He's a active duty military guy, and Colin over there did 4 years in the military as well. So I'll let them introduce their commanders in a second, but we're doing an all red, white, and blue episode today, folks. And I'm playing good old Captain America. That's right. We're going to take that shield and toss it at people's faces and then see if we can win that way. All right, and I'll pass it over to you, Pat.
All right, Pat, I've been playing since right around '09. Took a bit of a break. Came back into the game thanks to Rhyno and a couple of other buddies of mine. Kind of hit the paint pretty hard, and I've spent way too much on this hobby in such a short time. Today I'll be playing Liberty Prime. It's more of a Franken deck between the Fallout and the Modern Horizons deck, so I'm hoping that it functions. But either way, I'm here to watch a 40-foot tall nuclear fission powered robot try to save democracy.
What's more American than that? All right, Colin, you're up, buddy.
Yep, I'm Colin. I just got into Magic a couple years ago, also due to Rhyno down there. Today I'll also be playing Captain America, just throwing things and bonking people.
What's up, everyone? Name's Rhyno. Been playing Magic too damn long. I am a retired vet, just like Sammy the Bull, and today I'm playing Elsha, Threefold Master. This is more of an ode to the original Elsha commander, but we'll see how it goes.
All right, cool. So I won the die roll, so I guess I'll be going first. Everybody good to go? No pre-games? All right, I'm drawing. And I'm going to play tapped land. How about that? And say go. It's a town.
Draw for turn. I too will play a clifftop retreat, and pass.
I will also play a tap land, Rogren's Triumph, and pass.
I'll draw. I'll play a Flooded Strand and pass.
All right. Somebody's playing real Magic. Draw.
Someone has to.
Let's go. All right. We're gonna play a Japanese trading center, so everybody knows what that is. For one, we'll put out a Bloodforged Battle Axe, and then we'll spin a white here and play a Steel Shaper's Gift. So Steel Shaper's Gift is a little sorcery. Search my library for an equipment card, reveal that card, put it in my hand. Any response to that? Or the Bloodforge?
In response, I'm going to Flooded Strand.
Sure.
I'm just going to get a tap land. You can continue.
Okay,
Rogren
cool.
Triumph.
Yeah, I was like, are you counterspelling my stuff here? What's happening?
No.
All right, I'm gonna get equipment. We'll go with a scary little Basilisk Collar. And then that's it for me, Pat. I'm passing to you. That just goes to hand.
All right. Tap, upkeep, draw. Play. Play an island. I'll pay a white and blue for a Royal Cartographer. It has landfall. When a land enters the battlefield under my control, I get an energy. And I can tap it, pay 6 energy to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, that's right. Energons.
Yes, sir. Pass
Okay.
turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna play an island, tap for a red and a blue, and play Enthusiastic Mechanaut. Flying artifact spells cost 1 less to cast, and I will pass turn.
Sulphur Falls. I will tap 2 and play Impact Tremors.
Yay, I love it.
America. Pass.
Marga. Yeah. Untap, upkeep, draw. Alright, we're going to play this here Glimmer Void, which requires me to keep some artifacts on the battlefield, and we're gonna go to town. We're gonna go to getting that old commander out. Cap's coming in the game. There he is, the first Avenger. And then what we're gonna do is move to combat. He doesn't have haste or anything, which I should have thought about earlier, but whatever. And then we'll go ahead and attach the Bloodforged Battle Axe to him, and then we'll pass turn.
Let's play a mountain as land for turn. Landfall trigger, get an energy. So we're up to 1 energy. We'll spend blue and white for a Thought Vessel. red and 1 for a plasma caster.
Plasma caster. What's that gonna do?
Yep.
Shock
It's
you.
a 2-cost equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, I get 2 energy, and I can pay 2 energy and choose target creature that's blocking my equipped creature and flip a coin. If I win the flip, I destroy that creature. Otherwise, the plasma caster deals 1 damage to it.
Okay. I like it.
And
Get a little something.
that's
either
all
way.
I got. Yes, sir. Pass turn.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. Sorry if that gets redundant. I do it every time.
It's fine.
I'll play a mountain. And I will also tap for red, white, and blue. Bring out America's sweetheart, Captain America.
There he is.
And I will pass turn.
Tap. Draw. I'll play Sea of Clouds. And that's a Bloodforged Battle Axe.
Yes, sir. Bloody, it's forged, copies itself.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm gonna tap 3 and play Monastery Mentor,
Nice.
and everyone's gonna take 1.
Got it. Impact trimmers go.
Then pass.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. Alright. We're gonna do a Mysterized Village. This is that fun land that... Oh wait, I think I need a mountain or a forest. Yeah, for that to come in untapped. I don't need it right now anyway. But I will soon. For now, though, we're going to tap 3. This is how gross this gets. I didn't realize how destructive Captain America is, but he's pretty destructive. We're going to cast a Shield of War and Peace.
Copy.
Alright, move to combat. At the beginning of combat, we're going to use this second ability here to catch. We're going to catch the old shield. And then Cap, so Colin, we never, this is the first time we're meeting, so guess what? I'm going to attack you first.
Alright, I'll take my lumps, I guess.
Yeah. So you can block if you want, but oh wait, you need a non-red or white creature. So if you have like a solid blue creature, that'd be perfect.
It's definitely
I do
gonna
not.
be problematic there.
Problematic. Alright, so that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, this equipment deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in their hand. So you're also going to take however many cards in your hand.
6.
So you'll take the 6.
Gross. 13 damage on turn 4.
4. Yeah, so then I gain... Then also, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. So we'll just say this is our token copy here. A Bloodforged Battle Axe. Oh, there we go. Got no more mana left and I'll pass turn.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, that hurts.
It does hurt. I'm sure it's gonna come right back at me.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, go for it. That's what we're here for. Destruction.
Alright. Red, blue, 1 and 2. I'll play Joyra with a light capped. So whenever I play a historic spell, I will draw a card. I think we'll leave up blockers. We got a lot of scary things happening. I have a whole lot of resources to expend.
Draw. Alright, just for my own clarification, this artifact spells you cast cost 1 less. Can that reduce to 0?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So I will play Colossus Hammer for free. And Basilisk Collar for free.
Nice. I can do nothing about any of that.
Then I'm going to tap a red and a white for a Bureau Headmaster. Equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and equip abilities you activate cost 1 less to activate. I'm going to tap 1 to equip the Basilisk Collar to Captain America. And then I move to combat. I'll attach the Colossus Hammer as well to Captain America.
Alright. This is going to be a quick game.
And I will return the favor.
Yeah. Welcome to back.
And I'll swing a 14-14 with Death Touch.
All that beautiful life I gained.
See, you're playing Captain America, Sam. He's playing U.S. Agent.
Yeah, he's... exactly. So this is
He just had
14 total?
14 total, yes.
Alright, so 14 commanders, so I was at 26. That puts me down to...
Alright, draw. Going to Arid Mesa. I'll go ahead and crack it. I'll grab a Hallowed Fountain. Pay for that. No, I'll be at 36 because I had an Arid Mesa. I had a Fled Strand first turn.
Yep,
Oh, gotcha.
that's right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this is interesting.
It's a lot to take in on turn 4.
It is. But I don't know if this is going to be between the caps next round. So
One of us is going to die, that's for sure.
you know, I'll pass.
Alright. So I only did 8 total commander damage, which is not equal to 14 commander damage. So that's a problem. I'll tap if you draw. We'll play a land for turn. Plateau. So land for turn. Alright, I gotta figure out. So here's what we're gonna do. Check it out. This is how messed up this is gonna get. I'm gonna do Masterwork of Ingenuity. I'm gonna copy the hammer.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna copy the hammer. Is that okay?
I like that. That's
I don't
fun.
know if okay is the right word.
It's
but
a free
it's
country,
happening.
buddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't say okay, but it's very cool.
Yeah, it's not okay. I'm also gonna cast that Basilisk Collar that I went to go search up. And then we're gonna tap 2. And we're gonna attach the Basilisk Collar. No, I don't think I should. I mean, you know, I don't want to take you totally out of the game right away. You know, I think we should have. So
Maybe let me have a little fun.
little fun, yeah. So, we'll move to combat, and then we're gonna attach the Basilisk Collar, or the the hammer. What's the hammer called again?
Colossus Hammer.
Colossus Hammer. I always forget names of magic cards. It's terrible. Alright, so this you know what, Pat? You can block if you wish. So I'm gonna swing this at you. So
How much is it?
It's a lot. It's
Close to lethal.
yeah, it's, let's see, we got 8, 18. So 18. 18 Death Touch, Lifelink. Does it give it trample too?
No,
Okay.
but it loses flying.
Yeah, no trample.
Yeah, I
gotta
think I'll
block
throw
with
the
one.
cartographer one of them.
Alright. And then that's gonna
Pat, wait.
Oh,
Wait.
oh, 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 oh.
What's the cartographer do?
He's
So,
he's got landfall for energy, and I
Okay.
can tap him to pay 6 energy to draw 3 cards.
all right, here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna block with him. However, in response to damage, I'm gonna cast Stave Off, and I'm gonna give the Royal Cartographer protection from white.
Like it.
Okay.
He'll live.
And we're all gonna take 1 from that though.
Monk comes in.
Monk comes in. We all take a point.
Yep. I'm doing this to curry favor.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Why not?
Favor has been
That's what
curried.
magic is all about, right? Not only death and destruction, but also.
Oh, of course, of course. This is that
Alright.
diplomacy that we talk about
Yeah, exactly.
in America.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
American diplomacy at its finest.
This is American diplomacy.
Peace through strength.
Peace through crushing. Good play. Pass turn.
Draw. And we can make that, I suppose. I'll pay 4 for an Aetherworks Marble. Joyro trigger. I will draw a card. Any responses to the Marvel?
Nope.
Awesome. Alright, and unfortunately, I don't have anything else I can do because I've missed 2 land drops now.
Draw. I will play Axguard Armory, comes in tapped. I will pay 2 for Brass Knuckles and equip it for free. That really matters.
It don't matter.
Brass Knuckles, when I cast a spell, copy it. Equipped creature has double strike as long as 2 or more equipments are attached to it.
Oops.
For all intents and purposes, this will be my copy. Let's see. Rhyno. Do 14/14 with Death Touch and double strike.
All right. What else is on it? It's Colossus Hammer. And what else?
Colossus Hammer, Basilisk Collar, and Brass Knuckle.
Okay. In response, I'm gonna swords it.
Okay.
I'll make another monk, and everybody take.
Taking a point. And then you gain, like, how much life?
28.
No,
But
he gains
it's-
He gains 14. He gains 14.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's still pretty good. 14
Yeah.
life. Pretty,
I mean, I'll
Pretty
take it. Yeah.
why
and,
not?
I'll pass turn.
Amper turn. You going for the kill?
For who?
I'll do this. I'm gonna tap a blue, and I'm gonna play Sleep Magic, and put it on your cap, Sam.
Let's use this dice to kind of indicate that he's asleep.
Trigger. Everybody take 1.
Already got it.
Yep.
Alright.
Down
I will also. I'll also tap 3 to play Rediscover the Way. It's an enchantment saga. Another monk.
Another point.
Then I look at the top card. Put 1 of them in my hand and the rest on the bottom of my library. Look at the top 3.
Yep.
1, 2,
That's
3.
so much better than a brainstorm effect, you know?
It is. It is.
Pulls the crap off
I'll
the top. You know?
put that in my hand. Put these at the bottom. I'm then going to tap a blue to play Preordain.
Another one.
Try 2. Yeah, I'll leave it and then I'll draw. I'll go to combat. Who is open right now?
I'm open.
Okay, Sam, I'm gonna swing 5 at you. Is it? I have +3/+3 prowess.
Alright, taking 5. Alright, so cap stays tapped. We'll untap some lands. We got a Bloodforge Battle Axe here. We'll draw. Well, that's something. Play Adhikar Waste. New cap and all his guns and knives and things he's got. We'll tap 6 here. Adhikar Waste will just be colorless. I'm gonna cast Aurelia, War Leader. 3/4
Yikes.
flying vigilance haste.
Gross.
So what this says is untap all creatures you control after the first combat. So what we're gonna do is we're going to move to combat. Any response to that whatsoever?
Nothing
Nope.
from me.
All right, we'll fly down Rhyno and hit you with Aurelia for 3. And then, whenever Aurelia War Leader attacks for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control.
Ah, great. He's sleep fighting again.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like sleep fighting. I don't know what's happening.
It's that PTSD, man.
Yeah. And yeah. We're gonna go Aurelia over to you, Pat, and then Rhyno. We'll send this 18 pro red white Captain America at you.
Okay. I'm at 15.
And then
That big.
you will take... How many cards are in your hand?
2.
So you take 2 more, and I gain 2, plus I gain 18.
Copy.
So I gain 20, and then I'll pass. I guess I could have attached that, but whatever. I think I did enough.
You're cooking.
Yeah, I think you did enough.
Anyway.
That's enough.
1 white, blue. Play Rex the Cyberhound. Joy red triggers. I will draw a card. Not really doing anything. Fast turn.
Ouch. We need
Yeah,
it, man.
It's
Yeah,
feeling
we-
rough, man.
Counter spells or destroying all these artifacts or something.
Going to tap a white and 1 for open the armory. Search for an aura or equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. I'm going to take Excalibur, Sword of Eden. Put that in my hand. Tap 1 and a blue for the reality chip. I'm going to look at the top card of my library anytime. As long as the reality chip is attached to a creature, I can play lands and cast spells from the top of my library. And I will pass turn.
Oh dear. All this pressure.
So close to death.
Draw. I'll then go to Lore Chapter 2. Look at the top 3, put one in my hand, the rest at the bottom. Tell me about it. How much life do you have?
I'm at 42, but I have a solid 14 commander damage on me from Colin down there.
Sorry about it.
Oh, don't be sorry. You can't.
I'm
be
not.
sorry
I was
about
just
it.
being nice.
I'm slinging all this around. There's no sorry.
It would be this one. And let's go at the bottom. Land for turn. I will tap 3 to play Steel of the Godhead
Ooh, nice. Love that card.
on Monastery Mentor. So as long as it's white, it's +1/+1 and lifelink. It's not blue, so it doesn't get unblockable. And +1/+1. Prowess trigger for turn. I'll just put it over here. It's 1. I also make a monk, so it'll be this guy, just like this.
And we take a damage from trimmers.
Correct.
Good.
What I will also do is I'll tap 2. I'm going to play Teferi's Time Twist, which is exile target permanent I control, return that card at the beginning of the next end step, and if it's a creature, it comes back with a counter, with an additional counter.
Okay.
Prowess trigger on the stack,
Sure.
another monk,
Lose
the monk
another
right
point.
here. I lose another point. So I'm going to exile just a token, and then I'll get a token. For my last trick, I will tap 1 for white, and brave the elements. So I'm going to choose a color. I'm going to choose white. White creatures I control gain protection from white to the end of the turn. Prowess trigger on the stack. So it'd be 3. And another monk.
Yeah, another point.
And then another point. I will then go to combat. I will swing everything at Sam. These monks are all 4/4s.
Okay.
And there's 5 of them. And then the Monastery Mentor is a 3 plus 3, so it's a 6/6 with lifelink.
Alright,
So
26 damage.
26 damage.
Owie. Alright, so baby. This is a game.
Then I'll
right
gain.
here. The life
I'll-
gain swings are just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much dead next turn, but I might as well hit you. So
we're gonna. I mean, yeah, I wasn't gonna swing it at you anyway, because like,
it's all good. The family's here, so if you kill me now, I can get the dinner. See, there they are.
like,
Right,
kill
right.
him!
Pass turn.
Alright, we're gonna land for turn. We'll move to combat. Oh wait, this doesn't untap. But it will on the next on the thing. So I'm gonna swing
Yes.
swing this. Pat, you got any flyers?
I do not have any flyers.
Alright. Yeah, so we'll swing 3 at you.
All right.
Then we'll untap all of my creatures. We'll swing this big guy down at Rhyno. Thanks for playing, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, God bless USA.
Yeah, God bless you.
Good,
All right,
good round.
good round. And then the 3 is going to come down at you there, Colin.
In response, I'm gonna look at the top card of my library
All right.
and take 3.
So this is like 3 of the Bloodforged Battle Axes. And then I'll just pass turn.
Well, boys, it was nice knowing you.
I mean, you still have a
Untap.
blue blocker and protection from blue.
Upkeep. Draw. Hallelujah. I finally got a land.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
It's a filter land, but it's a land, by God. Alright. We'll pay white to get white and blue. Blue, red, and 1 is 5 total. And I will bring out Liberty Prime recharged.
Heyo.
I will
There
draw
he
a card
is.
off her. There he is. I'll draw a card off of Joyra. What are your creatures on board, Colin?
I have a Bureau Headmaster, it's a 2/2, and then Enthusiastic Mechanaut, which is a flying 2/2.
Move to combat. We're going to swing. I think we swing 8 at you, Sam,
No way.
with Liberty Prime. I'll pay the 2 energy. We'll swing Rex at you, Colin. He's a 2/2.
All right.
Alright. I'll take 2.
I'm gonna. So Liberty Prime is at 8,
Correct.
and he has
8
like.
with Vigilance, Trample, and Haste.
What we're gonna do? I'm gonna respond if that's okay. I'm gonna tap 5. There, red, blue, and a white, and 2. Card waste is just for.
Am I about to lose the creature? I just spent 4 turns waiting to play.
No. No, actually, I'm gonna play a new card from the Tarkir set called A New Way Forward. It's an instant. It says the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, I'm gonna choose Liberty Prime. Prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, New Way Forward deals that much damage to its source's controller. And then I draw that many cards. So I draw.
That really sucked. That really sucked.
And you
One of these days I'll get back into the game. Maybe next game.
You take 8 damage.
Maybe next game. Maybe next game I'll get to play.
Yeah. I mean, you got to play.
Finally got my 4th land.
I just took advantage of it.
I definitely got to play alright. And that's all I got. Just take 8 to my own face. How dare I play my commander? I'll learn next time.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. So we still have Rex attacking.
Yeah, I'm taking the 2.
Okay. So you will mill 2 and I will gain 2 energy. And if nobody else has any combat tricks or cantrips to pull on my turn, that'll be it.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. My board looks rather empty without Captain America on it.
I know. Oh, now you got 5. You're good.
Yeah, so he's coming right back.
I have
There
a
he
feeling
is.
that- Oh, he doesn't have haste, thankfully. Okay.
No, thankfully for you, he doesn't.
For
But
me, otherwise I'd just be dead.
I'll attach my brass knuckles for free here. With Bureau Headmaster. I look at the top card of my library because of the reality chip. And then I will move to combat. I will attach Colossus Hammer to Captain America. And I will pass.
Alright.
You're not gonna swing?
I will not swing, no.
Swing. Who's swinging?
It's a bold move, Patton. Let's see if it pays off.
Oh, he doesn't have haste. That's why. Alright, untap.
Yes, unfortunate.
Alright, we're gonna play a AG2. 2, paying 2 life, and then we'll tap on white here. We'll cast Harden.
Hmm.
And then-
You made a very mean deck. I was not prepared to hang.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna be brutal. It was just gonna be death and destruction.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd have at least a little bit of a chance, but
I think it just the way your cards pulled out. That's basically what happened. So 2-4. This is for colorless here. One more. I'm gonna cast for 5. Batterskull, and then I'm gonna try and put it away here, boys. This is gross. I'm just gonna do it just for the memes. So we're gonna move to combat. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Arden says you can move any number of auras or equipment onto a target permanent or player. So we're gonna move this. The germ will die, and then we're gonna move all 3 of these Bloodforged battle axes. I don't know how he's carrying all this stuff. It's like he's got a bag holding. He's
Just really big pockets, I think.
Huge pockets. All right. We'll first combat. We'll go ahead and swing it like that. We'll swing down at you, buddy, Colin, and then Aurelia's coming at you, Pat, for 3 in the air.
he's also pro red and white.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, that's
So
it for
that's
me.
TLV, no matter
Colin
how many.
Eliminated. And then second combat, we untap, swing with the exception of that guy. Swing at you.
I'm not blocking it.
All right, no
I
blocks.
can't recover.
That's it.
I wasn't even in the game.
GG's.
You sound so sad, Pat.
I am sad, man. I sat on three lands for 5 turns,
Oh, it's terrible.
and then the one time I got to actually play in the game,
I threw it back.
I
in your
took
face.
8 to the face.
You know, we're going to end on that note right there. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to support us directly, go to patreon.com/badgoyfs. Also, follow us on all social media, links in the description below. And remember, you're all my Goyfs, and I love you. Bye-bye.